The prestigious entrance exam for MBBS, BDS and Ayush courses NEET 2021 will be held on Sunday, 12 September in 13 languages, which is now just being a week away. The candidates are advised to go through a complete list of do's and don'ts to avoid last-minute surprises and confusion during the exam day. NEET is the gateway to MBBS, BDS, BAMS, BSMS, BUMS and BHMS courses across the country. It has been a qualified entrance exam since 2020. The NEET 2021. The exam conducting body has put out an extensive list of do's and don'ts for the exam day mandatory to be followed by the candidates so as to avoid any confusion. Candidates who are set to appear for the examination are advised to check out the following set of instructions concerning the admit card, barred items, dress code, exam hall appearance and rules, reporting time, instructions for parents, guardians and much more. All candidates need to have their admit card with them at all times while appearing for the exam. The candidates are advised to read the instructions given in the article as well as on the admit card carefully and follow them scrupulously during the conduct of the examination. The admit card is issued provisionally to the candidate subject to the fulfillment of the eligibility conditions. The candidate has to download the admit card from the NTA website and appear for the examination at the given center on date and timing as indicated in their admit card. No candidate will be allowed to appear at the examination center on the date and timing other than that allotted to him or her on his and her admit card. In case a candidate is unable to download his or her admit cards from the website, he or she may approach the helpline between 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or write an email to NTA. In case of any discrepancy in the particulars of the candidate or his or her photograph and signatures shown in the admit card and confirmation page, the candidate may immediately approach the helpline between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. In such cases, candidates would appear in the examination with the already downloaded admit card. However, NTA will take necessary action to make corrections in the record later. The candidate may note that admit card will not be sent by post. In no case, the duplicate admit card for NEET Undergraduate 2021 would be issued at the examination centers. The candidate must not mutilate the admit card or change any entry made therein. Candidates are advised to preserve their admit card in good condition for future reference. No admit card shall be issued to the candidate whose applications are found to be incomplete for any reasons or who do not fulfill the eligibility criteria for the examination. Issue of admit card, however, shall not necessarily mean acceptance of eligibility, which shall be further scrutinized at subsequent stages of the admission process. Barred items and dress code while appearing for NEET 2021. The candidates will be subjected to extensive and compulsory frisking before entering the examination center with the help of highly sensitive metal detectors. The candidates are not allowed to carry the following items inside the examination center under any circumstances. Any item like textual material, bits of paper, geometry, pencil box, plastic pouch, calculator, pen, scale, writing pad, pen drives, eraser, calculator, log table, electronic pen, scanner, mobile phone, Bluetooth, earphones, microphone, health band, metallic items, food items, etc. Any other item which could be used for unfair means are not allowed under the examination room. Dress code. The candidates are instructed to follow the following dress code while appearing for NEET Undergraduate 2021 examinations. Light clothes with long sleeves are not permitted. However, in any case, candidates come in cultural, customary dress at the examination center. They should report at least an hour before last reporting time so that there is enough time for proper frisking without any inconvenience. Slippers, sandals with low heels are permitted. Shoes are not permitted. In case of any deviation required due to unavoidable circumstances, specific approval from NTA must be taken before the admit cards are issued. It is desired that the candidates follow instructions issued by the NTA strictly. This will help NTA in the fair conduct of the examination. Instructions to be followed in the examination hall by NEET 2021 candidates. The examination center will be open 2 hours before the commencement of the test. Candidates are expected to take their seats immediately after the opening of the examination hall. Date of examination 12 September 2021 Sunday. Timing and duration of examination is from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That will be 3 hours examination. Last entry to the examination center 1:30 p.m. Sitting on the seat in the examination hall 1:15 p.m. onwards. Announcement of important instructions and checking of admit cards by the invigilator 1:30 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Distribution of test booklet by the invigilator 1:45 p.m. Writing of particulars on the test booklet by the candidate 1:50 p.m. Test commences 2 p.m. Test concludes 5 p.m. the candidate must show on demand the admit card for admission in the examination hall. A seat with the roll number will be allotted to each candidate. Candidates must find out and occupy their allotted seats. If a candidate is found appearing in the examination from a seat or room other than the allotted one, the candidature shall be cancelled. During the examination time, the invigilator will check admit card of the candidates to ascertain the identity of each candidate. Candidates must bring only the mentioned documents on the day of examination at the test center. A printed copy of admit card downloaded from NTA website with passport size photograph. One passport size photograph, same as uploaded one on the online application form for pasting on the specific space in the attendance sheet at the center. One postcard size color photograph with white background should be pasted on the proforma downloaded with the admit card. Any one of the authorized photo IDs, any other valid ID proof issued by the government. PWBD certificate issued by the competent authority if claiming the relaxation under PWBD category. Scribe letter of undertaking of using own script if applicable. Candidates are not allowed to bring any barred item or any item which could be used for unfair practices. Possession of any such article with the candidates inside the center premises will attract the penalties of unfair practices. Candidates are advised in their own interest not to bring any of the barred items to the venue of the examination, as arrangement for safekeeping will not be made and candidates found in possession of these items will not be allowed to enter the examination center. No candidate will leave his or her seat or the examination room until the test concludes as per the schedule. Candidates should not leave the room without handing over the OMR sheets to the invigilator on duty. Smoking in the examination center is strictly prohibited. Water bottles, tea, coffee and cold drinks or snacks etc. are not allowed to be taken by the candidates into the examination center. Candidates suffering from the diabetes are allowed to carry into the examination hall the eatables like sugar tablets, fruits and transparent water bottles. However, they will not be allowed to carry packed foods like chocolate, candy, sandwich, etc. The test will start exactly at the time mentioned in the admit card and an announcement to this effect will be made by the invigilator. Before the start of the examination, important instructions will be communicated to the candidates by the invigilator for strict compliance of the candidates. A signal will be given at the beginning of the examination and at half-time. A signal will also be given before the closing time when the candidate must stop marking the responses. The candidates must sign twice on the attendance sheet at the specified place, the first time immediately after the commencement of the examination and the second time while handing over the answer sheet to the invigilator. The candidates are also required to put their left hand thumb impressions in the space provided on the attendance sheet. The candidate will check and ensure that the test booklet contains as many pages as written on the top of the cover page. For those who are unable to appear on the scheduled date of test for any reason, retest shall not be held by the NTA under any circumstances. The candidates suffering from diabetes may be taken care of at the center as per the instructions issued by the NTA. Unfair means practices and breach of examination rules for NEET 2021. Unfair means practices is an activity that allows a candidate to gain an unfair advantage over other candidates. It includes but not limited to being in possession of any item or article which has been prohibited or can be used for unfair practices, including any stationary item, communication device, accessories, eatables, or any other material or information relevant or non-relevant to the examination in the paper concerned. Using someone to write examination or preparing material for copying. Breaching examination rules or any direction issued by NTA in connection with the conduct of NEET Undergraduate 2021 examination from time to time. Assisting other candidates to engage in malpractices, giving or receiving assistance directly or indirectly of any kind or attempting to do so, writing questions or answers or any material other than the answer sheet given by the center superintendent for writing answers, tearing of answer sheet, any page of the test booklet, etc. Contacting or communicating or trying to do with any person other than the examination staff during the examination time in the examination center. Taking away the answer sheet out of the examination hall. Smuggling out of question paper or its part or some smuggling out answer sheet or any part thereof. Smuggling out of question paper or its part or smuggling out answer sheet or part thereof. Threatening any of the officials connected with the conduct of the examination or threatening any of the candidates. Using or attempting to use any other undesirable method or means in connection with the examination. Manipulation and fabrication of online documents, admit card, rag letters, self-declaration, etc. Forceful entry or exit in examination hall. Use or attempted use of any electronic device after entering the examination center. Affixing, uploading of wrong, morphed photographs on the application form, admit card pro forma. erasing or obliterating any information printed on the OMR answer sheet, providing incorrect information or overwriting roll number, test booklet number, own name of the candidate, father's name, mother's name, own signature on the OMR answer sheet, making fake claims by manipulating the response in the OMR sheet uploaded on the website for challenge before or after declaration of the result, creating obstacles in smooth and fair conduct of the examination. Any other malpractices declared as unfair means by the NTA. Punishment for using unfair means practices during the course of, before or after the examination. If a candidate indulges in any of the mentioned or similar practices, he or she shall be deemed to used unfair practices and booked under unfair means case. Cancellation of result. The result of NEET Undergraduate 2021 of the candidates who indulge in unfair mean practices will be cancelled and will not be declared. Similarly, the result of those candidates who appear from the center other than the one allotted to them, write on the test booklet OMR sheet of other candidates, or allow other candidates to write on their test booklet or OMR sheet will be cancelled and will not be declared. Information for parents, guardians of NEET 2021 candidates. It is expected that parents, guardians will guide their wards appropriately on the following issues before leaving home for appearing in the NEET 2021 exam. The candidate will not be allowed to enter the examination center after 1:30 p.m. Therefore, the candidate shall leave home well in advance, taking into consideration various factors such as traffic, location of the center, and weather conditions, etc. The candidate will follow all the instructions and maintain discipline in the examination hall. The candidate will not breach any examination rule. The candidate will not use or promote any unfair mean activity during the examination. In case the candidate finds another candidate using unfair means in the examination, the same will be immediately informed to the invigilators on duty. The candidate will bring only the following at the examination center: admit card along with passport size photograph affixed on it, one passport size photograph to be affixed on attendance sheet, valid original identity proof, PWD certificate if applicable, one postcard size color photograph with white background should be pasted on the proforma, downloaded with the admit card, and should be handed over to invigilator at center. The candidate will not bring any barred items at the center. The candidate will cooperate with the staff at examination center during frisking. The candidate will report at the allotted examination center well in advance to make themselves available for compulsory physical frisking. The candidates will follow the dress code for appearing in NEET examination. If candidates are wearing a customary dress, they need to report at the allotted examination center latest by 12:30 p.m. on the day of examination. In case your ward is found breaching any of the above, the candidate will not be permitted to enter in the examination center and will not be allowed to appear in the examination. If your ward indulges in any unwanted activities, he or she shall be debarred from taking this examination as per the rules and shall also be liable for criminal action or any other action deemed fit by the NTA. Ensure that your ward reaches the examination center on or before 1:30 p.m. on the day of examination. For the same, your ward should leave the home well in advance, considering traffic, location of the center, and weather conditions, etc. It would be appropriate to visit the center a day before the examination to confirm the location, distance, etc. to avoid any problem reaching late at the center and then not being allowed to appear in the examination.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.